What's going on, guys? Welcome to a Granblue Fantasy video. In this video, I'm going to help you guys decide if you think that this game is worth buying. Now, in my opinion, this game is a very good game. Not a lot of people knew much about it when it was getting announced, and it's just been getting more and more popular by the day. Just this other day, there was 100,000 people playing it on Steam, which is crazy. It's gaining tens of thousands of players every single day. When it released, it only had 40,000. A couple days later, 60,000, all the way up to 100,000 by the weekend. Now, this game has a very unique combat style, in my opinion. I've never played anything like this, but I'm sure there's some games similar to it. As you see right here, I'm playing the character Zeta, and Zeta has this very unique playstyle where you have to perfectly time your button inputs in order to continually chain your attacks. Now, there's a bunch of different characters in this game. This is just the characters that you can unlock in the game. We've got Fairy right here, Naramaya, who's a really cool samurai with little butterfly magic. It's really cool. We've got Lancelot, who's probably one of the fastest and coolest characters in the game. I'd recommend checking him out. We've got this guy right here. There's a whole bunch of different characters. Something that's very cool about this game is they have elemental abilities similar to a mobile gacha type of game. Now, don't worry, even though this game does have roots off of its mobile gacha style, it is not a pay-to-win type of game. There's no microtransactions. There's not even any DLC announced or anything like that yet. So don't worry about that. All these characters you can get free to play, and you can select whoever you want to unlock. So it's not even any gacha, so don't worry about any of that, guys. Now, the other characters that you get in this game that you get at the very beginning of the game for free are going to be Io right here, your main character, who they call Captain in this game. You get Catalina, who's a nice little ice warrior. You get Rakam, Eugene, and Rosetta. All those characters you get for free. They're all the basic characters. You can go ahead and check out their gameplay very simply at the beginning if you would like. I'll do a gameplay showcase of all the characters in the future, so feel free to subscribe if you're interested in learning how to play all these characters. As you see, I'm only level 26, so it's going to take me a little bit of time to level them all up. If you want to see all of the different things in this game, let's go ahead and go over the biggest grind, which is also the most fun part in my opinion. It's the mastery system. The mastery system allows you to choose any character that you want to upgrade. So in this game, you're kind of going to want to pick at least one character to be your main character. I still have not decided, so as you see, I got a bunch of characters leveled up right now. One of my favorite ones is Naramaya. If we go ahead and select her, we could go ahead and look at the different kinds of upgrades you can get. By using your little mastery points, those are the MSPs that you get via leveling up and by getting chests throughout the little dungeons in the world and completing objectives. You can get skill points, basically, and they'll help you unlock skills. They help you unlock stats for crit rate up, chain burst, damage, attack, as well as your defense tree. You can get HP up over here. You can get perfect dodge and perfect guard, so those are very important things to unlock. You can go on down here and perhaps you'll find a skill even for the defensive tree. So maybe you're going to want a defensive build. You may definitely want to level up some of your defensive abilities. And the other cool thing is you have the collection levels. What are the collection levels? They're simply little stat boosts that you can get for HP. Quite hefty boosts, as you can see, up to 2,000, 5,000 HP. And these are boosts that you get by upgrading your weapon. So, say you had this crappy weapon at the beginning of the game, and then eventually you reforged and made new weapons. Well, your old weapon isn't completely wasted. You can then use some ability points right here, unlock that, and you get a nice, efficient HP boost right there. You can do that for all the characters, as you see, a little efficient HP boost. So I would recommend to go ahead and actually level up the first weapon a little bit, just that way you can get a couple little HP boosts. The HP boosts are quite nice because you die quite often in this game. These bosses are very, very fun, very intense, and very difficult at the higher levels. Now, here's an example of a weapon that I created myself. I created the Huanglong Spear. As you see, this one is a much stronger weapon. As you see, it's level 49, the other one's level 30. Now, this one, I can go ahead and get all these unlocks, but I can also get these unlocks right here, and these unlocks carry over. I don't have to have the weapon equipped, so it's not a waste to be leveling up a weak weapon that you think you're going to be replacing in the future, you'll still get full advantage of that. So that is nice. That gives you more and more things to grind in this game. So as you see, every character has a ton of different weapons that you can grind. Every character has a huge mastery tree right here to grind. All this offense, all this defense for every single character. So this is going to be hundreds of hours of gameplay right here for you guys. So if you guys were seeing some reviews of people saying this is a short game, it is a short game to complete the story, but if you are planning on playing multiple characters in this game, it's going to take quite a bit of gameplay, which is very, very fun. Now, let's go ahead and go over some skills. As you can see right here, we have 4 different skills that we can use. If you saw on my little gameplay that I was showcasing, you use the skills in the fights. These are some skills that Siegfried has right here. We can go ahead and just showcase these right here. As you see, they all do a little bit different things. They all have unique things. And you might think, oh, well, just 4 skills, right? No, the cool thing is he actually has more than 4 skills, so you can customize him to work however your playstyle is. If you want to be a little bit more defensive, you could be a little bit more defensive. If you want to be a bit more offensive and don't use any defense at all, you could do that. A perfect example for that is Catalina. Catalina, if you take the defensive trees, she can have invincibility and heal. So she could be a little healer or a little attacker. You could get rid of those heals and invincibilities and take only attack skills. Now, I don't have the attack skills unlocked right now because, as you saw, she's not fully awakened. She's still pretty low level. And other than that, we still have more things. How are we going to get the materials to upgrade our weapons and all that stuff? Well, we got to go over to the quest counter over here. Go to the quest counter, talk to this lady over here, and we can undertake quests. We can go ahead and undertake fate episodes. Fate episodes is basically more story for any of your companions. And I believe it also ups their stats. I have yet to do it, but that's what it says right here. So I believe it also increases their stats. So this is just more and more story, more and more hours of gameplay. Now, let's go ahead and look at some quests right here. We could go ahead and fight a boss right here. As you see, we get some nice rewards from killing the bosses. We could do horde gameplay. This is basically your monster hunter part of the game where you're just going to be farming some quests. Now, these lower level quests, I learned that you can actually AFK farm them because there's an auto battling mode on some of the lower levels. Now, for the more difficult fights and the more rarer gear, you're not going to be able to do that, so don't think that you could just AFK this whole entire game and get max level. You're still going to have to be playing the game and doing things such as that. And the last little place over here is the little knick-knack shack that you were seeing at the beginning. So if you grinded and you got a whole bunch of these tokens, you can purchase some things, so don't think that you're going to get unlucky and never get a drop. You could purchase some drops if you are unlucky enough. And the last thing to talk about is the sigils. And the sigils is just another layer onto your weapons, onto your character that can customize your gameplay. As you see, we can go attack power. You can stack these attack powers and go massive damage. You could stack health and go massive tank. You could go fast learner and learn different things, can get XP boosts. There's so many different traits that you can add onto your weapons, so many different things. The customizability in this game is very insane, and the characters look very, very good. I can't showcase any of the attacks while I'm in the city, unfortunately, but this character right here is probably one of my favorite, Narmia. She's very awesome, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I would definitely recommend you guys to check this game out further. If you guys are still not convinced, watch some gameplay video on a character you think looks the most unique to you, and I would definitely recommend getting this game. And if you do decide to get this game and you have more questions in the future, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be playing through this game on my own, off camera, of course, and I will be making more guide videos for all the characters, getting some build videos out and all those kinds of things. So feel free to hit the subscribe button and follow me if you're interested in those things. Alright guys, see you in the next one. Peace.